This is Afternoon Sports Slay with the Queen, Micah K. Remember, I'm doing this for the love of the game. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that like button and definitely hit the notification bell. Make sure you are sharing and commenting on this, okay? Now, let's get into it. Now, before we really get into the juice, okay, there will be a lot of Lakers videos, okay? For all my basketball fans, if you know me, you know the Queen loves basketball, okay? I absolutely love it. Now, I'm kind of balancing things out right now because I love boxing. I'm really big into boxing, so it's going to be like half and half. We're going to do a lot of basketball, a lot of boxing, and a lot of other sports too. NFL is coming up, so I'm just letting all my sports fans know. Make sure you are really, just tapped in because I am here to deliver for you, and we definitely are going to cover the hot topics, okay? So where are my true day one Bron fans at? Now, when I talk about true, I'm talking about starting from the beginning. I'm talking about, do you remember him playing in high school? Do you remember '03, him getting drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers? Do you remember him leaving Cleveland and going to the Miami Heat? How do you remember as far as feeling, that intense feeling you had? Listen, the heat was there. I always tell everybody, if you have been a true LeBron fan, it was crazy during that time when LeBron made the announcement, okay? So, it's one of those things. It's history, all right? Now, he went to the Heat, then he left the Heat. He goes back to Cleveland, then he goes to the Lakers, all right? So I'm really speaking and tapping into all my day one true LeBron fans that never folded, all right? Now, also, where are my true Lakers fans at? Legendary history, okay? Now, let's get into the roster. Let's list the full roster as of right now. You see, I'm serious. You see, I'm happy. The Lakers got that heat right now. I got the Lakers hat on where my 90s babies at. Early 90s babies. I got Susie on the chin. She happy for the Lakers too. Shout out to Susie Carmichael. All right, let's get into the roster. Let's list the roster. Then I'm going to list it one more time. We're going to have a little fun. Now, Costas Antetokounmpo, all right. We have Carmelo Anthony. We have Trevor Ariza, Kent Bazemore, Devontae Cacok, all right. Cacok, excuse me. I keep trying to make sure I get that name right. We have Anthony Davis, Jared Dudley, Wayne Ellington, Mark Gasol, Talent Horton Tucker, Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Wesley Matthews, Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn, Dennis Schroeder, and Russell Westbrook. All right. So let's add up the ages of the players. Let's see the actual age average. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, the hater said this is basically retirement village. Now, we know there are some people, okay, that truly don't know basketball, who want to talk about basketball, but sometimes you just got to tune them out. Matter of fact, let's take a moment of silence for those who really don't know. Stop debating with people who not on that level with you when it comes to this, okay? So let's just be quiet for 1 second. Okay, Slayers and Slayers, we back in it, okay? Let's continue. Let's go over the roster one more time, but this time around, I'm going to give you the ages, and then we're going to add it up and see what the average age is. You ready? Okay. So, Costas Antetokounmpo is age 23. Carmelo is age 37. Trevor Ariza is age 36. Kent Bazemore is age 32. Devontae Cacok is age 24. Anthony Davis is age 28. Jared Dudley is age 36. Wayne Ellington, age 33. Mark Gasol, age 36. Talent Horton Tucker, age 20. Dwight Howard, age 35. LeBron James, age 36. Wesley Matthews, age 34. Malik Monk is age 23. Kendrick Nunn, 26. Dennis Schroeder, 27. Russell Westbrook, 32. Now, this is currently the updated roster that I got from ESPN.com. Let's get into it. So, when I did everything and I averaged everything together, it all added up with all the ages. It came to 500, okay, 518. Then I divided that by 17. Right now, currently, as of right now, what I looked at, there are 17 players on the roster. So 518 divided by 17 equals 30. Okay, so if you are really tapped into afternoon sports slay, you know I love, certain things dealing with math and analytics at times. I've done probability in the past. If you truly tapped in, once again, like I said, I did this on another Lakers video the year before last, last season. Not last season, the season before last, okay, when the Lakers won with LeBron and AD, because I did the averages with the who would be the finals MVP as far as with the point system. So I did it again. Let's go back. Once again, it's 518 divided by 17. It equaled out to be the average age of 30. So to me, which is excellent. What does that mean to me? That means the team is going to be well seasoned, balanced team with a lot of wisdom, okay? And 30 is a good age. If you know, you know. All right. So let's get into some other side notes really quickly. Then we're going to transition to some key points and then we're going to be done. We're going to wrap it up. Okay, so now Slayers and Slayettes, do you remember I did Micah's Moments? I'm going to, how I used to share my tweets or tweets that I really, really liked or that caught my eye from Twitter or Instagram. Okay, and I put them on my YouTube videos. Now that is going to continue. That's going to transition over once the podcast come and once I start doing live streams. So I need everybody to make sure you following with me. The podcast should be out no later than the end of this month. By next month for sure. We're not pushing it back anymore. The podcast is coming, okay? Now, let's get into a couple key points. A key points of this season is going to be, for me, coaching in the lineups that'll be on the floor depending on the matchups, all right? Let's get into these handy dandy notes. Lakers fans, Bron fans, just NBA fans in general, share your thoughts. Which lineup to you, will be the lineup that's going to deliver the most juice? What lineup do you feel like, listen, this is the one where can't nobody stop the Lakers? When these boys is out on the floor, you better look out, okay? So let me give you a few lineups, a few examples of what I think are really good lineups, okay? This is not in no particular order. I'm just starting off with this first lineup. So I would have Russ at the 1, Malik Monk at the 2, Bron at the 3, Melo at the 4, AD at the 5. Let's transition over to another lineup. Russ at the 1, Wayne Ellington at the 2, who really shot the blood out the ball last season. Really good with his 3-point percentage. Then I would have Bron at the 3, Melo at the 4, AD at the 5. Okay, let's get into another lineup. Let's transition over again. I could have Russ at the 1, Monk at the 2, Bron at the 3, AD at the 4, which we've known in the past. AD likes to be at that 4 position, that power forward position. And then I would have Howard at the 5. Or we could do a big lineup, which Honey Bear suggested, which was really good as well. Have Russ at the 1, Bron at the 2, Melo at the 3, AD at the 4, and Howard at the 5. Then pay attention as well. We have good key rotation players like THT, like a Bazemore, Ariza, Nunn, and Marc Gasol. So the list goes on. So we're going to see what that coaching staff is really going to do with these lineups. Really, that's really key to me, especially, when it gets to the thick of things, where the juice is really there, the spice. We talking about the playoffs, especially when you're doing your playoff run. So overall, Lakers did good during the NBA free agency. Rob Pelinka went to work, okay? In the words of Loaded Lux, you're going to get this work. He did what needed to be done. Now, NBA fans, do you feel like the Lakers have enough to win the ring? All right, now, in my opinion, the Queen, I feel like absolutely, yes, they have enough to get to the promised land and get that chip. Now, but one of the biggest keys in all of this, listen closely to what I'm about to say. You ready? One of the biggest keys in all of this in this season will be Anthony Davis. Why do I say that? Because AD is in his prime. He's 28 years old. It's time to let the world know once again, just like he went to work when they got that first ring. It's time to let the world know. Even more so now. He's one of the best players to ever play, okay? You have the king. We know he got the king, all right? You know the king gonna be ready. He gonna be ready to go. He's one of the best. To me, he's my GOAT, okay? Some people, we can agree to disagree, but he's my GOAT. Has one of the greatest IQs to ever play. So for me, AD is really one of the key pieces in all of this, okay? Now, Brian now has really good teammates that are playmakers too and are able to create their own shot. And we know a lot of things are also going to be because of health. Health is really key. So we just pray, if you truly, are a supporter of Brian and the Lakers, we praying for great health for this season over the team. Now, it's going to be a lot of juice once again. So I am going to deliver a lot of LeBron James content, a lot of Lakers content. It's going to come from the queen this upcoming season. It's going to be good, y'all. Make sure you tapped in. I'm telling you. I'm coming. Now, if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button and definitely hit the notification bell. Remember, I am doing this for the love of the game. It's the Queen Micah K, and this is Afternoon Sports Slay. I'm out.